Welcome to another edition of the Nightly News. And if you were with us yesterday, Ted, you gave a great rendition of why people need to, one, arm themselves, and two, some just simple tactics and tips to help the new gun owners. Looking at the news right now, tragically, I'm going to give you a few examples in Utah. 3 perpetrators, show their picture here, that raped and videoed the rape of a 14-year-old girl in Utah, and the judge gave them probation, Ted. And then here's this, show the guy here. He killed a great-grandfather at the ATM machine in Philadelphia, over $400. How in the world can these people keep getting let out? And then how in the world can a judge, Ted, after seeing a 14-year-old get raped, not put these monsters away forever and just says, time served, probation? I don't understand it. Help me.
You'll never be able to understand evil. And it's not just the evil perpetrators, but it's the evil system that literally rewards these guys. And it's not like they're looking the other way, not like the judge and the parole boards and the district attorneys and the court systems are looking the other way. They see the death, the heartbreak, the tears of blood by these families that are absolutely unnecessary. These monsters have an arrest record and a lifetime of criminal, dangerous, violent behavior, and they're caught over and over again. And I use the term, I've been using this term for many, many years now. It's engineered recidivism. The court system and these liberal judges literally orchestrate, they engineer increased violent crimes by letting violent criminals out over and over again. You know, they always say, and truthfully so, that all politics are local. You know, and I always talk about, you got to call your mayor and your senator and your congressman and your governor. You also have to call your state trooper commander and your sheriff and your chief of police. And you have to find out who these judges are and who these district attorneys are. Stop and everybody close their eyes, not if you're driving, but close your eyes and take a deep breath. Your loved one is viciously raped and tortured, life ruined by people who have raped and tortured in the past. And that judge, that court system is equally responsible and complicit, because it's well known that sex crimes are 100% recidivistic. And these judges and these prosecutors and these DAs let them out knowing that our loved ones will be raped, tortured, and murdered again. It's not just the devil's doing it. It's the devil judges and the devil prosecutors and a parole board who would look leniently upon the vicious, violent rape.
But we have an email here, and I'm just gonna read it to you, okay? Because people think this, you know, I do. I admit this. And he says, Ted, why do you believe these judges and prosecutors promote this repeat recidivism? I know your take on evil, but do you have an opinion, Ted, why they're doing this, to answer Reverend Bob's question in Denver?
I answered this in a previous interview today, Keith, and it goes like this. Again, I graduated from the American anti-education system, so I didn't know anything meaningful. I didn't know how to balance a checking account. I didn't know what the letters IRS stood for. Now I know they stand for evil. I never heard of the Trail of Tears or the rape of Nanking. In fact, let me repeat that slowly so people celebrating truth, logic, and common sense with Keith and I on the Nightly News, that you do fortify your spirit at the depth of evil mankind is capable of. Know the Trail of Tears, where the U.S. government marched the Native Americans back and forth until they all died. They did it on purpose. Know the rape of Nanking, where the punk-ass Japanese emperor sent his gangs to China to do bayonet penetration tests on pregnant women's bellies. Know Auschwitz, Know the Bataan Death March, where the Japanese thugs obeying their God Emperor, which, by the way, there's no such thing as a God Emperor. They're just gangbangers and punks, where they literally bayoneted the American GIs, forcing them to march back and forth on the Bataan Peninsula, and they pissed in their wounds. Know the evil that mankind is capable of, and that's all you need to know, that history has proven through, I never went to college because I was too busy learning important stuff. And here's the important stuff. The history of mankind is cyclic. Evil grows when good people turn their back on metastasizing power abuse, corruption, and criminality.
Ted, thanks for another wonderful evening. Have a great night, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
Well, let me summarize it this way, Keith. This is a book. It's titled How Do You Kill 11 Million People by Andy Andrews. This brings forth all the evidence how good people look the other way, and hundreds of millions of innocent people were slaughtered by evildoers because good people were obsessed with spoiled brat cushiness.